operating expenses that is mandatory for the church to function. Right. I think there's a huge difference between me actually seeing and knowing that my church needs a certain amount of dollars from me so they can open their doors, so that, as you say, in the summertime we can have air, and in the wintertime we can have heat, versus my pastor pulling up in a Bentley. That's worlds different.
And it's the nicest car in the parking lot.
So,
okay,
I'm asking a question now because I'm not a devout church goer at this time.
You're in good company.
So what you're saying about the tithes and offering, so it's specifically for what? To sustain the house. So not necessarily just money. Because time, effort, all those go into sustaining the house.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be money.
Rather than often specifically speaks to money.
Money, okay.
Because you can't go to do power speaking in tongues.
No. I mean,
with a,
definitely.
No, saying I'll put in some time. I'll hang some wire. I'll be glad to run some pipe or something for you that we can offset the bills at the church.
Right.
Duke Power speaks in American currency.
Definitely.
That's all they understand.
Yeah, I know.
And when you put it like that, it's easy to understand.
One of the things that takes people out of the church is when pastor don't look like them. Like,
you better say it again.
I go home to a nice house. You can go home to a nice house, but I don't wear rings. I wear jewelry because I didn't have it as a kid. But the pastors, you can't even see their skin no more because they just like Bishop Magic Don Juan.
Yeah, no, that's
like they press, they perm, they got wipers up there on the pulpit. They have there drinking lemonade. Most pastors drink water up there.
Yeah. Now, see, when you say that, first thing I see, or I would think, if I went to a church and I saw all of that, was exit right, exit left.
Exactly.
Why would you exit though? I'm curious. I want you to say it.
Because that's a warning sign that something is wrong. I can see it.
So why don't more people? Why is it more people in the body of Christ are not willing to do that? If you can walk through a church door and identify certain key things that you see are a problem, and you can exit stage right, why are there so many sheep willing to follow just any one, leading to the scandals, leading to the affairs, leading to the pimpish behavior in the church? And they have destroyed church culture, something that we used to value so much.
Because people are just that, sheep.
Oh.
Yes.
And sheep is
Followers.
Yep.
I read a book years ago called Mind Control, and it said that 95% of the people in the world, when they graduate high school, stop expanding their worldview. The other 5%, guess what they're doing?
What are they doing?
Learning how to manipulate the 95%. So
Makes a lot of sense.
some of those filter into the pulpits. Some of those filter into different areas of life, and that's what you get. So when I see a perm and I see a lady getting off of a bus coming into a sanctuary and the pastor pulls up in the Bentley, I see a problem.
I see a problem as well.
And if your heart is right, you'll see the disconnect. And that's when I'm exiting.
Okay.
I mean, anything that comes out of your mouth at that point, I don't want to hear it, because your life is the currency that backs up what you say in that pulpit. So if you're not living the life, what you say don't mean a hill of beans to me. What matters is are you going to back up what you just said through your life living? And but you don't see that.
You don't. It's something that I want to touch on, and it's amazing as this conversation has been so far. We are running out of time quickly. I think another contribution to the deteriorating church culture, or the image that used to be pristine, is, and I know a lot of you out there are going